Hey guys, it's Sarah here, and I am here to share with you my absolute surprise, but also how could I possibly be surprised that it's the exact midpoint through the year. We are halfway through 2025, and if you're anything like me, I immediately go to, oh my God, but there were so many things I said I was going to do, and I don't think I've even scratched the surface. If that feels a bit like you, then hang around here for a second because I just want to share some things that are like percolating for me right now, which I hope will be useful to you. But before I do that, for anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Sarah. I am a musician from London. I write and create my own kind of genre defying dance music because I really believe in the medicine of moving your body to music that you love, and I want to contribute to that mission. But I am also a creative empowerment coach, and I work with creatives who feel that they're not quite living true to their vision. They're not quite living big enough, bold enough to make their dreams happen. But on top of all of that, I am also someone who has gone through a period of extreme burnout. I've had my confidence rocked. I've had to exit relationships and collaborations and dynamics that were dependent on me being someone who was really kind of weak with my own boundaries. That meant there was a lot of disrespect. I was holding a lot of space for people who didn't hold that space back, and everything came to a head in 2022. And off the back of that, I've kind of been dismantling, resting, and now I'm repairing and rebuilding my creative practice from not from scratch, because we always come around with experience, but rebuilding my creative practice, rebuilding my coaching practice and community, and rebuilding me, because actually, with a bit of distance looking back, like just the series of events that kind of led me to needing to take some time out last year, from making music, from coaching, from being kind of active and present online. It was big, it was huge, and it was hard, but it's given me a lot. So first and foremost, for anyone who is feeling like you're really going through it right now, like, hold on, because the strongest swords are smelted in the hottest of fires. So if the heat feels intense right now, keep going, because there is so much on the other side of that will open up to you. And I'm not talking to you as someone who's like been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I'm talking to you as someone who's in it right now, who's really having to fight against the urge to just give up, and just say, okay, look, I know it's hard, but I need to retrain and rewire a lot of the conversations that are happening in my brain that tell me I can't do the things that bring me so much joy, which is make music, share that music, perform that music for people who love to dance, but also share the journey and encourage as many people as possible to find their creative voice and believe in their creative talents. So that's a little bit about me, but back to it being the halfway point of the year. So immediately my mind jumps to, okay, well, you said you were going to do this, and you said you were going to do this, and and then like the guilt and the kind of shame that comes with that, and the shutdown. But I did promise myself I'm going to do things differently, and one of those promises was showing up here every week with a video talking about just exactly where I am in this journey of rebuilding my creative confidence, rebuilding my self-confidence, and rebuilding my sense of self. And the days and the weeks where I'm like, oh, I can't make a video, it's because that kind of tidal wave of fear, like it's crashing, it's coming right over. And I thought this midpoint of the year would be a really great time to kind of reflect on that and share that with you in this space. So thinking about this midpoint of the year is start confronting what is really holding me back. What is really holding me back from being the type of artist that when I am doom scrolling on my phone, avoiding all of the things that I said I would do, what is stopping me from being the type of artist that when I scroll across their page, I get like that kind of pang of like jealousy, or that pang of like, oh, you know, if only I could be as good, if only I could be as brave, if only I could be as talented. Like, where does this fear originate from? And it kind of comes from a space, at least in my experience, it comes from a space of needing to be perfect in order to be protected. And like I say, through some of the difficult experiences I've had in many a workplace, and some significant friendship dynamics, and, you know, even in my own creative collaborations, there's always been this sense of, I will be safe when I'm perfect. I will be safe when people can respect me because I'm perfect. I will be safe when I can't be criticized because I'm perfect. And that drive for perfectionism actually is stopping me from growing, and it's stopping me from doing all the things that I said I would do. As I hit this midpoint in the year and I'm looking at the list and I'm like, so yeah, the fear is something that I'm really going to double down on actually for the second half of this year. And a big reframe that I want to do around that for my own sense of self is, and I talked about this in the previous video, is detach from any other metric than just do the thing. And do the thing for you. Like, I'm going to start doing it for me, for myself, for my own sense of self-expression and freedom. And so last night, after I, again, procrastinated, it was such a beautiful evening, and I just thought I have to go and sit outside and enjoy the sunshine. But I got in from the park that evening and I sat down and I wrote this list of 10 things that absolutely terrify me. 10 things that I know for sure are stopping me from moving forward and stopping me from embracing a new space that I'm in now, where, like I say, I'm not necessarily starting from scratch because I've got all of the experience. And again, if you're thinking, oh, I really feel like I need to reset, but I've done all of this work, it's not that that stuff doesn't exist and doesn't matter anymore, but it's that that stuff has led you to this point, and you have to take that leap. I have to take that leap. I have to start having a lot more faith. The other thing that feels really, really present for me right now today, as I think about it being the midpoint of the year, is just understanding like the sheer power of your mind to create your lived experience. And again, kind of wrapped up in that fear piece and the need to be perfect in order to kind of move forward and put anything out there, is the kind of sense of needing to know everything about the next move. Like, just take the next step, just take the next logical step, just do the next thing that your heart feels drawn to. And for me right now, it's making this video. There are some other things on that list as well, but I think for me, all I want to focus on this second half of the year is breaking free of that fear, the overarching fear. But I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to challenge myself to move through my list and break each and every one of those kind of fear bubbles, like, and just to lean into this second half of the year being about expansion, being about retraining my mind and my thought processes and how I look at things and how I, you know, put meaning on things, because we all are just meaning making machines. That's what humans do. There's a situation and we apply a meaning to it, and from that meaning we get our sort of emotions and attitudes, and that's what it then becomes, you know. And I've spent a lot of time making myself feel that I'm not good enough. Like, I'm not a good enough musician, I'm not a good enough singer, I'm not a good enough coach, you know. And actually all that's doing is limiting me from creating content like this, creating my music, sharing what I'm working on like my Instagram stories. Like, there's so many things that I said I would do this year, and each and every thing that I said I would do, I've stopped myself from doing it because I'm scared. I'm scared to fail, because failure means I'm not perfect. But like I say in this sort of video series that I've been putting together, it's not about being perfect, it's about showing up. So second half of the year, here we go. Like, whatever it is that's you're feeling blocked by, like, just keep excavating, keep digging. Like, there is a core belief there somewhere that's making you not go after your dreams. And you deserve your dreams as much as I deserve my dreams. Now, I don't know what's going to happen next in terms of music. There's lots of things that I would like to do and achieve. I'd love to get back to playing live. I definitely know as soon as I start thinking that far ahead, the overwhelm hits and I completely shut down. But I do know that there is more for me to do and experience when it comes to sharing my music, and certainly when it comes to being in this space and supporting other creatives to tap into their talent and to believe in their talent and to live a life that feels expansive and free and devoid of fear. So I'm just sharing this. Again, I really hope that this touches someone and helps them see that they are the driving force for their dreams. They can make it happen, you can make it happen, I can make it happen. And we're only halfway into the year. So although it feels a little scary, it means there's a whole other half to play for. And, you know, if anyone watches football or sports or whatever, like, it can change on a dime at half time. So this is your pep talk. This is my pep talk. H2, half two, like, let's do it. Like, work out what it is that you want to achieve. Work out what it is that's holding you back. Like, make a list of your fears and just start, like, popping those boils. Like, just lance every single one. Like, you know, just find a way to move forward and commit to moving forward. Celebrate each step and then come back around and take the next one. So I hope this finds you well. Let me know if this resonates, and I'll see you next week. Bye.